The little squirrel picked up a rotten pine fruit and ate it immediately after digging out the pine. But he was still in a panic in his heart, so he hurried home immediately. This is why he hurried home in a hurry. The pine fruit in the tree hole makes the little squirrel nervous every time he goes out, because there are thieves everywhere in this forest. Before leaving, the little squirrel smelled and smelled, but did not know that a big fire was coming. When he climbed a big tree, his eyelids became heavy. The hustle and bustle of life made him tired, but he did not dare to close his eyes. It's the pine nut under the tree. I'm afraid I'll be gone when I wake up. At this time, the bear suddenly appeared in the forest. Looking for the scent, I found the tree hole. He's the boss in the forest. I didn't say hello. Just pick up the pine nut and eat it. Directly give the little pine mouse a shock. He was about to be eaten by the little squirrel. The little squirrel was furious. That's his blood. But the little squirrel didn't have the strength to fight back. The bear turned around and continued to fight back. He didn't take it as a matter of life. This forced the little squirrel. He immediately pounced on the bear and tried to provoke the other party's anger. I don't know who taught this tiger to leave the mountain, but with this blink of an eye, Zhangda has eaten and left the pine nuts full of movement. In the end, it can only be considered a small snack of Zhangda. But for this little pine mouse, the sky wants him. He can't get through the winter without food, but the fact proves that the pine mouse who dares to fight with Zhangda is not a mouse. He dug a hole in the ground and found new pine nuts all over the ground. He has been working overtime until late at night. He believes that it will be safe to be buried underground. But at the moment he looked up at the river, the tragedy happened again. At midnight, 2 wild boars discovered his new warehouse. What's more worrisome is that the bear is here again. This dog has a sharp nose. It's not unreasonable to be so fat. The bear is strong and strong. In the end, the pine nut buried deep can't escape his palm. The next morning, the little pine mouse found half a head from the hole in the tree and saw a piece of wolf skin on the ground. He quickly understood what had happened. Zizongshu stands on the dry wood to look down. Not only his heart is cold again, his house is turned upside down again. He has no fault in his hands. He seems to understand that the low degree of effort is unable to play an advantage under the law of nature. So yesterday, he chose a higher degree of effort. He climbed up the tree, in a place where the bear can't reach. There is another storage room for him. It turns out that after yesterday's teaching, he has learned not to put all the eggs in a basket.